Good afternoon. It's wonderful to see this great crowd. It's a very exciting day for the University of Alabama and the College of Arts and Sciences. I'm Bob Olin, Dean of the Art College. We're here today to announce a significant gift, the second largest endowment received by the College of Arts and Sciences. The gift has a broad purpose. It's to enhance the pre-medical and the art programs for the College of Arts and Sciences in the university. On the pre-med side, the hope and the goal and all our efforts will be to form the premier pre-medical education of any college and university in the country. That is our task. We're fortunate that Galen has been involved with this concept for over 15 years, working with the college in various aspects, in particular for his forum that he's been running for many, many years. The foundation is not just the educational training that a doctor receives, but it's the concept that there's doctors need a strong liberal arts education to form the background of their careers. And I can't think of a more appropriate place for this announcement to be in the premier liberal arts building that's on campus in the Blunt program for the university. It's just highly the right place to be doing this. Where are we? Well, like I said, we've been doing the Mcculloh Forum for several years. I think it's 15 years that we've been involved with this. A lot of doctors have gone through the program and in fact have graduated from medical school and now come back and be not just the students, but to be the instructors and the leaders of that program. We're hoping that besides the weekend, but this is going to form a tremendous curriculum, a minor in the College of Arts and Sciences, and cross almost every department in the college and the university that will be involved in the project. I want to thank you all for coming, and thank you for coming. Oh, I should say something about the art side too, that we hope to have what's known as a biennial, and we will invite students who have graduated from the college and students to put their artwork into a show and have a contest and pick the best of it to add to our collection. Again, thank you for coming, and it's my pleasure to introduce the President of the University of Alabama, Stuart Bell.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you all for being here today. And as you've heard, this is a great day, and I think it's occasions like today that we're able to sort of reflect on a great flagship university and what it means to be a great university. And as we're in this part of the semester, I'm talking to a lot of different groups on campus, and at the same time, I'm talking to potentially new freshmen who are coming into the university about what the university holds for them. And so when I think about a great university, first and foremost, what I think about is what does success look like? What does a great flagship university look like from a student's perspective? And I share with students a little bit about what our profile looks like of what type of students are choosing to be at the University of Alabama. This year, over 40% of our incoming freshman class at the University of Alabama had a 30 or higher on their ACT, which places them at the 95th percentile nationally. That is almost half of our incoming freshman class are in the top 5% of all students who take the ACT in the United States. It's remarkable. We had 152 National Merit students who joined us this fall. Altogether, we have over 550 National Merit students on our campus. If you go back and look at the most recent data, that places us third in the nation among public universities for the number of these best students that we're recruiting at the university. Over a third of our students have a 4.0 or higher as a high school GPA. Just 3 weeks ago, we announced our new Goldwater Scholars, And that program rolled out that the university had 4 more selected, which is the most they'll award to any university. The University of Alabama has more Goldwater Scholars over the last 10 years than any other university in the nation, public or private. Harvard is number 2. So when we think about the greatness of the students, and certainly that will be what this program touches on, we have wonderful students who come to the University of Alabama, but it's a competitive process. It's a process that every year we have to make sure that we have programs, that we have support that will continue to attract the best in Alabama, but also the best across all the 50 states to come to the University of Alabama. So today, 2 of our prominent alums have stepped forward with us to help advance the academic offerings offered by this great university in establishing an undergraduate program that is focused on pre-medical education. This will be a significant enhancement to the pre-medical education and will attract, again, some of the best and brightest students from across the United States. So today we're here to formally announce that Galen and Susan Mcculloh of Gulf Shores, Alabama, have made a cash and irrevocable planned gift that establishes the largest endowment in the College of Arts and Sciences that's been made in the last 20 years. I think y'all can applaud to that. Through a previous gift, as you've heard, they established the Mcculloh Medical Scholars Forum in 2002, and this gift today will create the E. Galen Mcculloch Institute for Pre-Medical Scholars at the University of Alabama. And that institute will be considered at the Board of Trustees meeting in June, and we will host our first incoming class in 2019-2020 for those scholars. It will offer unique, cutting-edge, interdisciplinary pre-medical training focused on academic excellence, applied analytics, leadership, community service, scholarly research, and ethical professionalism. The Mcculloh Institute will provide opportunities for very close mentorship. It will be limited to 40 students per class, so once it's ramped up, we'll have 160 students who will be in the program. Also, we're announcing today, in addition to this, that the Mcculloughs have made an irrevocable planned gift that will establish the Susan Mcculloh Art Biennale that will build on the university's strength in visual arts. Let's applaud for that as well. So Galen, Susan, thank you for stepping forward in making such a commitment to our students, to our program, to our faculty, that no doubt will be a mark that this university will be known for, but certainly will be able to carry forward for decades and decades to come and impact so many students' lives. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you Galen and Susan Mcculloh.
Good afternoon, everyone. I tried to get Susan to come up here and join me, but I can't budge her off that sofa. It's really great to see a lot of friends here and a lot of people that we've worked with over the last couple of years, and 2 of my former teammates just showed up a little while ago, and I'm delighted to see Jerry Duncan and Coach Bill Battle here. You know, in thinking about what I would say to you today, I've spent a lot of time pondering over it. I realize that it's truly rare that a family has an opportunity to partner with its alma mater to create an academic program that could potentially have a lasting impact on humanity. This year, that opportunity was presented to our family. For Susan and me, neither of our parents graduated from college. However, they all recognize the importance of education and the future development of their children and grandchildren. In 2002, as Dean Olin said, he and his staff at the College of Arts and Sciences helped us create the Mcculloh Medical Scholars Forum. It has been 15 years, and since that time, more than 1,500 students have spent a weekend in February learning about the challenges facing the medical professions and humanitarian ways by which healthcare challenges could and should be addressed. Each year, some of these former students return to share how the forum prepared them for the road ahead. Ann Webb organized the first couple of forums, then Chris Hutt stepped forward, and then Marion Dunham was handed the reins and has done a truly remarkable job. Because the Medical Scholars Forum has been so successful, Susan and I wanted to expand it beyond a single weekend. We began to explore ways to make it a year-round experience for pre-medical students from the first day they were on campus until their last. I would like to think that the initiative we're here to announce today will not only accomplish that goal, but might establish a new paradigm in pre-medical education, a singularly focused academic institute created within the College of Arts and Sciences here on the campus of the University of Alabama, one that could create a model initiative within the entire academic world. The Institute will provide a career-specific curriculum that, as the Dean said, in addition to the biological sciences, includes liberal arts, philosophy, psychology, socio-ethical professionalism, as well as the kind of leadership and management skills that for too long have been underemphasized in the traditional courses of study recommended to and provided for future physicians. If the Mcculloch Institute for Pre-Medical Scholars can make that happen, we will appeal to the brightest and best young minds in the world and help make the University of Alabama the academic institution to attend for admission to and an unparalleled preparation for medical school and the years that follow. In short, the Institute will arm undergraduate students with the wisdom and ability to deal with the everyday challenges, not only of becoming a physician, but of being a physician in an ever-changing world. For their efforts in making our vision become reality, Susan and I would like to thank the individuals and groups that helped make this day possible. We start with our parents, our teachers, mentors, and coaches, each of whom instill the principles of hard and efficient work in us. For me, one of those mentors was Coach Paul Bryant, Coach Battles, Jerry Duncan, and my coach when we were student athletes at the University of Alabama. Another was the late Dr. Joab Thomas. He was one of my biology professors who went on to become president of the university. I also want to recognize Dr. James Yarborough, another one of my biology professors who went on to become dean of the College of Arts and Sciences and was responsible for creating the initiative after which the Mcculloch Institute is patterned, the Blunt Initiative. For Susan, the mentors to acknowledge would include Colonel Carlton Butler, director of the $1 Million Band when she was its Miss University of Alabama, and Professor Al Sella, her memorable to all who knew him art professor. Moving on to this generation, a special debt of gratitude is owed to Dr. Stuart Bell, the current visionary president of the University of Alabama. To Dean Olin, Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences, who has been a great mentor and helped shepherd a lot of these programs along. A debt of gratitude is owed to Kathy Yarborough, the college's Director of Development and daughter of the aforereferenced Dean, Dr. James Yarborough. Kathy spent countless hours on this project. She is living proof that the apple does not fall far from the tree. I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge Bob Pierce, the university's Vice President for Advancement, and Vance Bristow, Assistant Vice President for Planned Giving. We also wish to recognize the University of Alabama Systems Board of Trustees for its support and confidence. And last but not least, the Faculty Planning Committee for the Mcculloch Institute for Pre-Medical Scholars. These are volunteer faculty members who have bought in to the Institute's potential impact on pre-medical education and the role that our university has the opportunity to play in it. This committee will work behind the scenes for the pre-medical curriculum that we hope that will be second to none. In fact, Susan and I plan to meet with the committee shortly after this news conference is over this afternoon. We look forward to working with the administration, the faculty, the students, and alumni of this university to see the Institute and the Art Biennale achieve the noble and lofty goals for which they have been created. Once again, thanks to all who are here. Thanks to all who helped make this day happen. We'll forever be indebted.
My box. Again, let's thank Galen and Susan for this tremendous gift, and I'm looking forward to the future. Thank you very much. This time and opportunity reminds me of when you get that wonderful news from foundation that says, congratulations, you have received your grant, your gift. And from it, you're happy. And then you say, uh-oh, the work now begins. And that's indeed what Galen was talking about. We're meet with the planning committee right after this news item. But one of the people that's going to be heavily involved with it, just like everything else, I have a tremendous staff, and one who is taking the lead on me and working with the Mcculloh Forum is Miriam Denim, Director of Health Profession Advising and Coordinator of the Forum. Miriam, are you here? You're here. Miriam, it's your floor.
Good afternoon. My name is Miriam Denim, and I'm the Director of Health Professions Advising for the College of Arts and Sciences. And on behalf of our students, we would like to thank the Mccullohs again for their wonderful donation and continued support of pre-medical education here at the University of Alabama. I've had the pleasure of working with the Mccullohs over the past few years as the coordinator of the Mcculloch Medical Scholars Forum on our campus. The annual event has truly been transformational for our students, and the breadth of speakers have provided encounters for them that have prepared them not only for medical school, but for their life as a physician. Having worked with the Mccullohs in this capacity, I was thrilled to learn of their plans to establish an even more comprehensive pre-medical institute for our students. This program truly will be one of a kind. We currently attract the very, very best in the country, and we know that this program will be monumental in making sure that the very best in the country are trained to be the very best physicians. Again, thank you so much to the Mccullohs for this generous gift, and I look forward to seeing how this program grows and impacts our world. Thank you.
This concludes our program. I want to thank you very much for attending today. Dr. Bell and the Mccullohs will be around. for questions and if you'd like to talk to them directly. Again, thank you for coming and have a great afternoon.